Hey there, David Harmony. This video intends to spare you from reading a typically boring chronological account of all the organizations I've served, under what title, industry and constraints, towards which outcomes, whether intentionally sought or pleasantly realized. I've held many titles that you are familiar with. I dare say that I have been a part of scenarios similar to your own. Perhaps I was less aware of what you were going through then, or likewise, you were less aware of the role people like me played towards your own pleasant realizations, the leaders. I have been a practitioner and a leader in finance, technology, and product development for almost 30 years. Acing my math and economics courses in high school landed me in operations finance in Furniture City capital, Grand Rapids, Michigan, United States, where I ascended to the role of finance controller by my mid-20s. Partnering with technology teams to revolutionize manufacturing facilities with real-time valuations of production, well, this inspired me a return trip to school and a career transition into technology. While I displayed architectural skills to bring solutions to a first-time distributed global reality, I soon realized that my biggest contribution remained in connecting people within shared causes. So I returned to school a second time for a second graduate degree, an MBA, with the expectations of supporting and influencing the complete connection across organizations, from the C-suite all the way down to operations and field support. I realized that possibility in just 7 years across 3 industries and 4 companies. In each case, I sought first to find and follow only those most inspiring within each discipline. I was fortunate to find inspiring leaders at the beginning of my career. Like many people, I've gone many years without inspiring example above me, but surely did find such an example among us. Life affirmed what I was sensing. Leadership knows no title or level. While someone may be entitled and hired on the expectations to lead, one is never entitled to have followers, especially if they are not present and available to others in the co-definition and co-execution of inspiring vision and strategy. This was an innate knowing embedded within me since childhood. My father, bless his soul, my father wouldn't allow me to buy merchandise with an athlete's last name embroidered on it. He always offered me a shirt that was nameless or perhaps had my own name, but he insisted that I be mindful my entire life who I chose to follow, ensuring that choice was based on perception and not concepts and indirect marketed suggestions. I thank him dearly and often for that early, crucial life lesson. As a result, I've always known personally and deeply why I choose someone, and specifically how, the extent of dedication to which I follow them. I knew what I wanted to witness. I knew when to part ways, ensuring that I would always follow mindfully, well aware that I might have someone else following my own example of how to follow. Every transition into a new role, organization, layer, and discipline was intentional towards an overarching life goal of maximizing my impact in the connecting of people, towards expressing compassion without hesitation. I grew quickly in my career, witnessing directly the result of extreme fear and selfish concern. My ethics and tenacity were tested as I made tough choices, how to adapt and pivot within tough scenarios. At a very young age, I was tapped on the shoulder to help lead through a turnaround of a division that was slated for certain closure. I learned what was possible through alignment around just cause, built on transparency, inclusion, and shared ownership, and love. So successful were we that I enjoyed frequent visits from external auditors who had never witnessed a legitimate Cinderella story at this scale. I'm honored to elaborate in a personal discussion. I've approached my daily effort with the servant attitude of creating value mindfully for everyone involved upstream and downstream in the delivery of value to the intended customers. I balanced personal drive for continuous improvement with the presence to pause and celebrate with everyone along the way, compelling realizations from our shared pursuits and proving to ourselves our ability to adapt and persevere is what made life so compelling. I knew along the way I was nothing without everyone else, and that through the broadest possible awareness born from inclusion, together we had the best chance to serve well. While many accolades came my way, I appreciatively greeted the praise, sharing or redirecting it to the wonderful teams involved. If you have time to view my related videos, you'll get the better sense of my personal life and how I discovered and honored my essence at an early age. This is the key to any success I've had in my career. I have strived for broader inclusion and awareness, shared ownership for defining and delivering on vision, witnessing and honoring of connection and codependence on all in that delivery, and respectful reflection and compassion for one another without hesitation. I have been blessed to be a key part of turnaround scenarios in manufacturing and service industries, transitioning venture capital startups into their corporate stage of maturity, and stabilizing organizations lacking a unifying identity through due diligence acquisitions and centralized strategy intake to shape the intentional culture. Throughout, my essential role has always been the same: compassionate connector, remaining present through incredibly tough situations, yielded acceptance, and rekindled my endurance to strive for inclusion and alignment, with all hearts involved as part of those breakthrough scenarios. I role modeled what was possible and made it evidently clear through relentless, loving example as affirmed by others along the same journey. Sure, like most people, I can offer metrics as a lagging indicator of success, such as taking only 2 years to turn a company around that had a double-digit negative EVA into a double-digit positive EVA just prior to the parent company's initial public offering. Whew, that was a lot of pressure. I can cite how I have supported and managed very large budgets, upwards of shared spending control, close to $400 million. I'd be outright lying, though, and self-righteous to suggest that my talent was the prime factor in successful outcomes. The only thing I can turn the spotlight on is my role as catalyst for unifying inclusion, awareness, and shared ownership mindset in each case. I have received spine-tingling affirmations of people who worked with me for a few years or even just a few months, citing my ability to clearly align, empower, and prove to individuals what they can accomplish together. This meant so much to me that upon reflection of my career to that point, approximately 20 years, I decided I wanted to broaden the impact by offering an assist as a consultant. For the last 8 years or so, I have nurtured 3 brands towards one goal: to free people to offer compassion without hesitation. I help anyone who will consider the importance of presence in life, that by resolving mind-body pain cycle conflict, they come to accept their life situation more each day, freeing their potential to follow only truly inspiring examples of leadership. Too often, uninspiring people in pain, entitled to lead, leverage the pain and fear of voluntold followers due to their own lack of awareness and effort to resolve their own pain cycles. I have witnessed far too many poor and sad examples of people charged with the responsibility to lead, who are ill-prepared and unqualified by selection in positions of authority, shutting down any sincere offerings of vision and support by those below. My heart breaks on each occasion. My tenacity and persistence strengthens. My compassion for holistic health of the individual, physical and mental alignment and balance, frees the genuine leader within. With new courage to lead, regardless of title and artificial impediments which threaten personal security, I help these future leaders by title to claim leadership roles in the care and nurturing of healthy team dynamics. I have many solutions to help the leader privately prepare and pave a path of influence, as well as priming team members to observe what leadership really is, and for team members to support those genuine attempts to lead. With a revitalized team of teams environment, I help leaders transform their entire work culture by leveraging practices that reinforce a collective mindset of inclusivity and adaptability to changing circumstances, built on attempts to share reality with stakeholders, customers, and value chain partners. Well-timed, tailored communication, paired with a veteran experience of past success and failures around incremental systemic change, exhibited by organizations across many industries, all sectors, and most growth curve scenarios, is my forte. Having served in layers of delivery as an entry to lead practitioner, and eventually roles of managing and topmost leadership roles as finance controller, business intelligence director, portfolio manager, and VP of product development, I have a profound empathy which enables me to quickly gain credibility with others across the roles and layers of all functions and disciplines of the organization. Through experienced and relevant appreciative inquiry, balanced with experience-backed prescription and skills of persuasion, I help organizations to mitigate risk and maximize the benefits realized from flowing strategy in a team-of-teams scenario, relying on objectivity, transparency, alignment, and mutual respect for one another. Notice that I switched the emphasis from individuals to the aggregate. Without a healthy environment for individuals to thrive within, the individuals with a choice part ways, leaving only those behind who unconsciously accept and perpetuate problems and disconnection. There is a recursive, symbiotic relationship between the organization and the individuals which comprise it. Both thrive or suffer as a result of the effects of one on the other. Unraveling this recursive relationship is a gift of mine, born from a lifetime of intense observation and direct experimentation with life's connections and motivation to exist and know. I would be honored to assist the individual hearts and organizing just cause of your organization with simple and effective ways of maintaining the attention and availability of individuals as they maximize connections and innate flow of vision towards compassionate, inspiring, shared experiences with society.